Alright, sup Helldivers, welcome back to the Path of Rage and our Helldivers 2 coverage. We got a bit to go over today, including an update on the galactic conflict, a over-infestation of the bugs that nobody could have seen coming a couple of weeks ago, a new major order to follow, and a massive patch to the game that we're going to go into for this episode. Like I said, we got a lot to cover, so let's get stuck right in. Our last major order had us vying to liberate Penta and Chuhei, both to get new stratagems, one being the airburst rocket launcher from Penta, one being the anti-tank mines from Chuhei. Now here we have the update saying that Penta has been liberated. 90% of Penta's chemical factories have been secured. Fleet-wide distribution of airburst rocket launchers can now commence. Most of the chemical technicians who have been trapped on the planet were rescued. Tragically, though, some have already perished by the time we reached them, having succumbed to toxic fume poisoning. The automatons show no hesitation in the use of chemical warfare against civilians. The sacrifice of these heroes will never be forgotten. So we unlocked the airburst rocket launcher, which is a huge team killer, but it's fun to use. On the Chuhei side, the OP legitimate undertaking phase 1 failed. The automatons in their calculated oppression and hardwire avarice have stymied our valiant efforts to liberate Chuhei. The loss of the indispensable explosives on the planet will mean significant delays to the production of anti-tank mines. The explosive technicians on Chuhei have almost certainly been torn to pieces by the various blades of the automatons. All will agree that every possible resource was directed towards their salvation. Their sacrifice is hereby honored. Moving on. We now have an emergency broadcast, because once we passed that major order, well, things kind of calmed down for a day or so, I think it was, and people were able to play on whatever planets they want. However, we now have this emergency broadcast, which leads into the next major order. Emergency broadcast. Terminate outbreaks erupted on all barrier planets. The bugs appear to be showing resistance to termicide. On Meridia, terminid reproduction rates have exploded overnight. While the mechanism for this adaptation is unclear, it appears to be linked to continued termicide exposure. It cannot be allowed to spread. The Helldivers are ordered to deactivate the terminid control system on the remaining barrier planets immediately. And this was followed up as soon as you get to the galaxy map with this message. High priority broadcast. Operation legitimate undertaking terminated. Emergency situation in terminid quarantine zone. Several weeks ago, the Helldivers activated the terminid control system on the barrier planets Errata Prime, Fenrir 3, Meridia, and Turing. Since then, the termicide produced by the TCS has kept the terminids at bay. However, the TCS is no longer functioning as intended. Terminid outbreaks have erupted on all barrier planets. The bugs are displaying resistance to termicide, something our top scientists previously believed impossible. The situation on Meridia is even worse. Their terminid reproduction rates have exploded overnight and continue to increase exponentially. The planet is already almost fully infested. While the exact mechanism for this hyper-reproductive adaptation is unknown, it appears to be linked to continued termicide exposure. So far, this effect is limited to Meridia. It cannot be allowed to spread. Operation Legitimate Undertaking has been placed on indefinite hiatus. Meridia is unsalvageable. The Helldivers are ordered to deactivate the terminid control system on the remaining barrier planets immediately. And as we can see here, that is exactly what our new major order is, which I'm all about it. We're off hitting these planets quite heavily right now. I think a lot of people are enjoying the break from fighting the automatons quite so much. And with that, we are going to move on to the patch notes. Now, these patch notes are very extensive. And overall, I'm going to list them up here on the screen as text so you can look at them. Take your time, pause the video. I'm not going to go through them all one by one by one by one. And read out what you can see for yourself. Make this video longer than it has to be. What I can say so far is that this patch has divided people because there are nerfs and buffs put in together. You'll notice in the background footage that's playing, I'm using the Blitzer this time around because they increased the fire rate of it, and it's now actually quite good. It goes from 30 shots per minute to 45, and it's now in the energy weapons category. But its faster fire rate and the stagger that it gives on the captain size terminids is just impeccable. It's fantastic to use right now. Still got to watch out for your teammates because you will electrocute them to death, but like this is an example. Same thing with the railgun. It got a buff and a nerf. The quasar cannon, it does more damage, but it takes 5 seconds longer to cool down. I don't have a problem with this change whatsoever, but as you can see, as I've been slowly listing these changes here on the screen, they're all various versions of nerfs and or buffs. Again, getting smaller damage or more damage but less magazines, or more magazines, that kind of thing. The Adjudicator now has a full auto default mode and is in the assault rifles. Like I said, the Blitzer has been beefed up. The Eruptor got less magazines, but the explosion damage drops off a little bit faster as well. Everything has been a bit balanced. I haven't been able to try out all of the weapons yet and the weapon changes, but so far I'm not having an issue with it. Another one that's listed in here is the decreased magazines for the sickle, going from 6 magazines down to 3. I've seen people on Reddit and on forums bitching about this. They have less magazines. I played several rounds today after this patch with the sickle where I never reloaded once. A little bit of ammo management and you'll be fine. I really don't have any problems with any of these changes. Enemies have had changes as well, and these ones I'm going to get into a bit more instead of all the weapons. But bile spewers and nursing spewers, slightly slower now on the movement speed. Hulks require more force to stagger them. Don't know how I feel about that. Hulk Scorchers, the flamethrower damage is reduced by 20%, so I'm happy with that. Devastator fire rate slightly increased, and we'll see how that goes. Gunship sideways movement slightly increased. Scout Strider Riders now less vulnerable to explosions. I wonder, so far I haven't played against the bots yet with this patch. I wonder what that's going to mean with impact grenades. Because one impact grenade will take those out in a direct hit. I wonder if that's changed now. Fog generator health and armor has been increased, and gunship spawners now have a lower cap on how many they can have active at the same time. This I like. There were times when there were just too many gunships flying around in the air. It was ridiculous. Enemy patrols here. This is the one that's really causing a lot of controversy. There's no noticeable difference when you're playing with 4 players. But the less players you have, you will notice that enemy patrols are showing up more. This is actually making it apparently very hard for solo players. I haven't done that quite yet. I'm going to give that a try later on this evening. But I've noticed people saying that it's almost impossible now to solo above a certain level just because of how many more spawns there are. They've also managed to spread out the locations through the maps apparently, and I have noticed this. There were less occasions of running around on the map with no points of interest. It's not a huge change. I don't know if anyone's going to really notice it that much if it hadn't been pointed out, but once you look for it, you do realize that it happens a little bit more. It's a little bit better layout. The Spread Democracy Raising the Flag mission has now been added the higher difficulties. I haven't come across it yet. The only time I've ever done it was in the tutorial, but that one seems like a perfect mission to add into this for at all levels. I'm happy to see it. When ruddering up, all the Helldivers now give a nice salute, which, all right, fair enough. And, you know, they added some ambience to the tremor planetary hazard. And then they also have this ricochet from heavily armored enemies. I've seen little clips where people have fired directly at an enemy and their own bullet comes straight back and kills them instantly. I don't think this is working as intended. We also have a massive list of bug fixes in here. Again, I will let you pause the video and take a look at these as they go along. And we still have some known issues, again, still involving the friends list and crossplay, crashes or whatnot, but this list is getting noticeably smaller. Overall, this patch has turned out, in my opinion, to be a good one. I don't think all the moaning and groaning about the game being ruined is justified. I think people just need to get used to the fact that some things are now a little more balanced, that some of their guns are not as god tier, but they're still so damn better, good. And overall, I think what Arrowhead has done so far has been all right. But that's going to do it for today. I will leave the rest of this video that's playing in the background for you guys to enjoy. And until next time, let's get into this action. Nice.
Requesting orbital. Rare sample collected. I got the terminal. Sending in an eagle. Dropping a pin.
This is Eagle 1,
100
back
meters.
in business.
Heavy, southeast, 50 meters. Tagging map, east, 300 meters. Requesting air support. Calling down a sentry. Calling in orbital strike.
Frag outpost spotted. Prepare to
That's
exterminate.
called democracy.
Oh.
Heavy, southeast, 50 meters. Reloading.
He's dead. Okay.
Requesting advanced weaponry. Calling down supplies.
Well, this gun is so much better now.
Sending in an eagle.
Delivering payload.
Sending in an eagle. Thank you.
Tagging map. North, 200 meters.
I love not having to worry about ammo.
Sample collected. Rare sample collected.
God, where is the super sample area, though?
Bug tunnel breach. Requesting air support.
We'll go over here.
Tracking location. Northeast. air support!
Administering freedom.
Requesting air support!
Requesting sentry.
Oh, I missed it.
50 meters. Calling down a support weapon.
Requesting sentry!
Requesting orbital strike.
Requesting orbital strike! Tagging location. East. Northeast. Close.
Whoa! What? I'm stuck. There we go.
Close.
Holy stagger on this gun, Batman. Jesus.
Requesting air support.
Oh.
Tagging map. Northwest. 100 meters. Bug tunnel breach! Calling in reinforcements! Doing supply beacon! Heavy! North. Close.
Point me to the enemy.
Marking location. West. Heavy! How about a nice cup of liver tea? Sending in an eagle! You will never destroy our way of life! Get go!
Sending in an eagle.
Reloading! Sending in an eagle!
Dude!
Calling in reinforcements!
Ah. We gotta get in there. Nice.
Point me to the enemy.
Liberty emerges victorious yet again. Extract when ready.
Whoa!
Reinforcing! Habitation of democracy!
Okay.
Tagging map. Northeast. 100 meters.
Dropping a pin. Northeast. 100 meters.
Calling down a sentry. Tagging location.
Extraction is available.
Bug outpost spotted.
So you actually want a bit of... You actually want a bit of distance. It spreads better. Oh shit.
Orbital strike incoming.
Say hello to to democracy!
There we go.
Sending in an eagle.
How about a nice cup of liberty?
God damn it!
Reinforcing!
Why does this guy keep driving?
Dropping a pin. 200 meters.
Samples collected.
Joining the fray!
Reloading.
Sending in an eagle!
Whoop. Look at all the unexplored points we don't have yet.
Requesting sentry! Requesting air support! Calling in reinforcements! Sending in an eagle!
Eagle 1 returning to destroyer for resupply.
There we go.
Rare sample collected!
100 meters.
Marking location, west.
God, where are the super samples though, man?
Tagging location, west.
On my way. Engaging.
I'll take it.
Take it.
On my way. Engaging. I'll take it. Tagging map, northwest, 100 meters. Reloading. Sending in an eagle. Heavy, north. Calling in orbital strike.
Die, bitch.
Tagging map, southeast, 200 meters. Marking location, cancel that, northeast.
And just look at the stagger on this.
50 meters. Sending in an eagle.
Ah,
Tagging location. Got a sample.
Proceed to extract weapons. Extraction request confirmed. Shuttle inbound.
oh shit. Okay, they're leaving without me.
Equipping sentry.
Super
Calling down a support weapon.
calling down a sentry.
Come on, move!
Requesting air support.
Keep liberty.
How'd you like the taste of freedom?
Sending in an eagle.
ETA T-minus 1 minute.
Heavy, northeast, 100 meters. Requesting orbital strike. Sending in an eagle.
Oh, come on! It knocked it out of my hand.
Calling in orbital strike.
What in the fuck? I would really like to know what kept knocking me down there.
You will never destroy our way of life!
ETA T-minus 10
I just got 36 of them with that.
Pelican 1 arriving at coordinates.
Let me get him! Let me get him! Bam! Oh my god, I'm gonna die. Oh, for fuck's sakes, dude! Oh!
Countdown initiated. Stand by for takeoff.
Oh, man. Dude just kept dropping
Extraction complete.
bombs right on our heads. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Helldivers 2, folks. If you did, give me a thumbs up. If not, give me a thumbs down. As always, let me know your thoughts in the comments. What do you think of this new patch? Do you like it? Do you like the changes, the nerfs, the buffs that all came together? The huge amount of bug fixes? I know I'm kind of happy with it. If you're new, help me grow the channel and subscribe. And until next time, I've been Rage at Games, and I will see you out there spreading managed democracy. Bye-bye.